What's going on, everyone? This is Professor R, and I am in my Jagdpanzer E100. Tier 10 matchup, of course. And we're on this map, which I can't say it right, so I'm not even going to pronounce it. You just read it on screen. But yeah, Jagdpanzer E100. It's a pretty fun tank. I mean, 1050 average damage a shot. That's not bad at all, I don't think. Yes, the reload is pretty bad. 21 seconds. Almost 22 seconds. With my configuration here. But it can really make a lot of people mad. I mean, you're just out there in the open, trying to play the game. You're behind a bush, you're all concealed, you think you're covered up and everything, and you just lost half of your health. Maybe even more, depending on what kind of tank you're in. It looks like our team is pretty well split. I'm trying to find a good place to hide around here. Really, there's no point in hiding in this tank. The camo's so bad on it. It's like trying to hide a building, pretty much. You can't hide a building behind a little bush. It just doesn't work like that. But with all that damage that this gun can do, it can make for some pretty interesting games. Normally when I see people playing this tank, Jagdpanzer E100 that is, they're usually doing 2,000-3,000 damage at 3,000 damage max, but normally it's 1 to 2,000.
First blood.
And I missed an opportunity right there because I wasn't moved up far enough. But anyways, back to what I was saying. They only do 1 to 2,000 damage, but if you play this tank like a tank destroyer, just sit back like this right here and wait for your allies to just light up the enemies. You can do, you can't even put it into words how much damage you can do. But you know, if enemies start pushing up, it's normal. Then you do have the armor that you need to protect you. Mostly. Unless they're firing gold rounds at your lower plate, then you've got some problems, but there's the first target that I can actually shoot at. And of course, he ducks back behind the hill. But this guy's not. Yes, just sit there, please. I love the sound on this gun. That was actually a pretty average shot. 1,059 damage. Just 9 over the average on paper damage. Equipment on this tank, what I have right now is a rammer to bring down my reload time. I also have a pair of binoculars on here, which means I can see farther than the maximum draw distance in the game, which is 500 meters. Now, it's been about a week since this replay happened, so since then I did put some vents on it. Really, I don't see much improvement. The reload has only gone down about 0.2 seconds. Nothing too crazy significant, but we'll see if it gets any better. Which I don't. It really shouldn't, because my crew's maxed out 100%. I don't know, I'll have to look into that. I'm almost afraid to move here, because, like I said earlier, hiding this thing is like hiding a building behind a bush. Which goes into what you should never put on this tank. as far as equipment goes, a camo net. Put it on, you're just wasting a spot, really. Now, having your crew trained in camo probably doesn't help much, but this crew was already trained before. Hello. There's another 1,000 damage done. That's a different T-54E10. But it doesn't matter, I mean, I know both of them are going to be playing a lot more cautious now that they've been reduced down to a little bit of health. And then we have the fighting going on in the chat between the Leopard prototype and the E100. The E100 doesn't think he's spotting, but clearly he is, because I know I'm not going to be able to spot all the way down there. I don't think... Theoretically, I could, but realistically, I don't think I am spotting them. I'm pretty sure it's the Leopard that's doing his job. A passive scouting technique. Some people just don't recognize that, though. So really, this is the bad thing about playing on this map and in this kind of a tank. It gets really boring. You're just sitting here, not doing anything. Wish you could be doing more, but... Oh, hello, Object 268. You've got good camo, but... just not good enough. 1,111 damage done to you. Over half of your hit points are gone. I wonder how that makes him feel. And then I get a little unlucky here. I don't know if I hit his track or if I just outright bounced, but his track did go off, it seems, when I made that shot. That's one of the things you have to be careful. You don't want to waste shots in this tank. It's painfully expensive to replenish your ammo supply after just constant missing. You gotta plan out your shots. And sometimes this thing has a mind of its own. But yeah, we're just chilling here. 3,231 damage done. That's about average. An average player would get kind of in this tank on just a normal game. The game's not over yet. We've got a lot more to do. I move up because I see the T-110E5 is moving out of my maximum draw range. But I don't know about that IS-7. We're gonna find out what happened to him later, though. And this is not looking so good for us at this point. Most of our east side has died, and that's where most of the enemy team is at right now. I'm trying to see if I can get shots on this Conqueror and anyone who might be trying to crest the hill. But there's just nothing coming. They're not complete idiots. They know that there are big tank destroyers over here. At least they should know if they were paying attention. And then the E100 gets a little bit brave here. So I changed my target here. Need to support him. At first I think I'm making a bad decision when I was actually playing in this battle. Because I'm moving up. You never know what you're gonna meet. What tanks have moved over here, what tanks have moved away. I don't want to keep pushing up too far here, but I need to go far enough to where I can shoot over this pathway across the field and at the enemies that are over there.
5-minute warning.
So a 5-minute warning after sitting here forever. And I don't even know if I want to shoot at this guy, because, I mean, he doesn't have many hit points left, but no one else is. So we blind fire and just finish him off. And then this is where start having some problems. IS-7 on our flank, but targets are out in the field open. I mean, well, not so much anymore, but reload, and reload just after he pulls back. Now I'm starting to worry. Yeah, T-30, T-54, everyone's shooting at me pretty much here. At my side. I mean, luckily they haven't hit so far, but I don't want to turn into this IS-7. He can flank me, and with a little bit of luck and support from his teammates, I'd be done. Sorry. Well, there's the T-30 there. I'm worrying the whole time I'm doing this. Just scared. Don't pop out, don't pop out. He's not a terrible player. He knows how to play, but got a kind of a low roll there, only 955 damage. I say only, but that's lower than average. I can't complain though. 955 damage. I mean, oh, T-54. Side shot maybe? Looks like the IS-7 isn't popping back out. I'm still watching that mini-map like a hawk. We're about to hit our 3-minute warning mark.
3 minutes left.
T-30, there he is. Just put a shot into the WZ-120. And really, I don't care at this point. I know the T-54 is over there. I know the IS-7's over there, but I need to help this guy out. And there he is. Hello, sir.
Double kill.
Well, it would have been awful if I had missed. And now the IS-7 starts popping out. Hits my spaced armor and doesn't do any damage, though. I know this is not a very good idea, but normally I wouldn't be doing that, turning my back to an IS-7 for such a measly target. And then of course I missed, but I have to repair that ammo rack. That'd just be too awful if I didn't. I couldn't imagine how bad it would be. IS-7 is now just rushing in. If he was smart, he would be trying to surround me. Well, circle me. And then I got unlucky there, only hit a track. Try to get up in his face so he'll shoot at my superstructure, the upper part of my armor here. And this is what he should have been doing, but I don't know why Why are you backing up, dude? You have a Jagdpanzer 100 here. I'm fully capable of one-shot killing you now. And you try to back up. But no worries. Alright, screw it. I'm gonna take a hit, but he tried getting my track, but finish it off, get it over with. We're done. After that matchup, I managed to come off with a second class mastery badge, Fire Perfect, and of course the high caliber medal. Team score, let's sort everything by damage done. I did 5,695 more than anyone else on either teams did. 890 base experience, and that's after only firing 7 shots. I received 7 hits, only 3 of those managed to penetrate, which I believe were all from the IS-7. I blocked a whopping 2,050 damage from my armor. I damaged 6 enemy vehicles, destroyed 3, 895 spotting damage, and after all expenses, I came out with a little over 5,000 credits. Now this was, again, during a New Year's special, so I got 890 XP times 2, plus another 890, so that meant my crew got a total of 2,670 experience. That's gonna go well towards that 6 cents I'm working for. That's it for this one. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys later. Damage at 3,000 damage max, but normally it's 1 to 2,000.
First blood.
And I missed an opportunity right there because I wasn't moved up far enough. But anyways, back to what I was saying. They only do 1 to 2,000 damage, but if you play this tank like a tank destroyer, just sit back like this right here and wait for your allies to just light up the enemies. You can do, you're behind a bush, you're all concealed, you think you're covered up and everything, and you just lost half of your health, maybe even more, depending on what kind of tank you're in. It looks like our team is pretty well split. I'm trying to find a good place to hide around here. Really, there's no point in hiding in this tank. The camo's so bad on it. It's like trying to hide a building, pretty much. You can't hide a building behind a little bush. It just doesn't work like that. But with all that damage that this gun can do, it can make for some pretty interesting games. Normally when I see people playing this tank, Panzer E100 that is, they're usually doing 2,000-3,000 damage.
Gegnerfahrzeug ausgeschaltet.
What's going on, everyone? This is Professor R, and I am in my Panzer E100. Tier 10 matchup, of course. And we're on this map, which I can't say it right, so I'm not even going to pronounce it. You just read it on screen.
Bewegung!
But yeah, Panzer E100. It's a pretty fun tank. I mean, 1,050 average damage a shot. That's not bad at all, I don't think. Yes, the reload is pretty bad. 21 seconds. Almost 22 seconds. With my configuration here. But it can really make a lot of people mad. I mean, you're just out there in the open, trying to play the game.